yeah, I can't wait to get to it.
There it is. I can't wait for this series on March 6th. I know the whole community is going to be tuned in to watching you two compete. Thank you so much. Congratulations and best of luck in the championship.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
$2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The Brooklyn Nets coming into the building and looking sharp, and they hope. And we've got.
Hey, Kevin.
They're fun to watch, DA. Thanks. So the Nets starting five. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then it's Harden. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Harris in at the three. And for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Collins is out there with Tony Snell. And it's Capella in at the center position. Now, here is Young. Really played well against Orlando in his last outing. Greg, if your system overall for these teams, if the schemes don't seem to be working, how much can you really change before you get to the offseason, or in particular, before you get to the playoffs?
It's never easy. A system change would come typically with a coaching change, and the reality is you also have to evaluate the roster, and you can't fit that square peg into a round hole. But whatever your system is, it's got to be catered to the personnel you have. You can't go the other way around, and I think that's what separates oftentimes the good coaches from the great ones.
Now, here is Young after the miss from KD. With the teardrop, and it's James Harden with the rebound. And it's Irving with the ball for the Nets. They beat the Hawks during their last encounter in Atlanta.
And they scratched out a close win the last time these two teams met. I think their ability to attack and create foul trouble for the opposition was a real factor.
Well, it was, because they got to play a lot of the second half against the second unit. The guys that ordinarily would have been out there were stuck on the bench with all those fouls.
Now here is Harris. He had 19 points in the win against Houston. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Outside Irving. Shot clock at 6. The pass to Jordan. It's stolen by Capella. Young with the ball. He's picked up by KD.
Wow, the large wingspan of Durant on full display. What a block there.
Johnson against Young.
Still searching out their offensive game right now. 1 of 5 from the field to start this one. Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
Yeah, that's a good way to start the game. Nice inside bucket right there.
Young up top. He's guarded by Johnson.
He just gets this offense going. Young operating in the mid-range this time.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Johnson inside, defended by Young. Harris looking it over. Johnson kicks to Harris. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jordan. No good on that one. So the Hawks will take it the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
Yeah, their long-range artillery hit the mark more often than not. A great equalizer when you're on the road.
Yeah, they sapped the energy right out of the building in that one. They just were knocking down threes, and it was deflating both for the team and the crowd.
Here's Irving following the basket by Trae Young. And it's Irving missing.
Now that's just enough defensive pressure on him to throw off that shot. I bet he gets a good look at it next time and hits it.
Young inside. Harris is there. And the dunk by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Now here's Johnson. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. On its way from Irving for 2. And again, it's the Nets missing. Atlanta leading by 6. 1:09 left here in the opening quarter. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points, so one free throw coming up. That'll put Trae Young on the line. It's on Kevin Durant. So for the Hawks, Bruno Fernando's checked in for Collins. And it's Gallinari in for Tony Snell. A big group substitution here for Brooklyn. Jeff Green, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Luwawu Cabarrot comes in for Harris. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Irving. And it's James Harden in for Tyler Johnson. Here's Luwawu. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. And the Hawks making a change here. Hill's checked in. Here's Atlanta. They're on an 11-2 run. Young against Harden. Young passes to Hill. Back to Young. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. In transition, here come the Nets. Durant kicks to Brown. Trying to find Green. He's got it now. And the shot goes in.
And he found the soft spot in the D on that possession.
The Hawks leading by 7. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Young. He's now made half of those 10 shots in the game. That's his 5th basket.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Harden dishes to Green. And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
Left side, Brown. Right side, Green. Shoots over Capella. It's stolen by Hill. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Just a great job, really, of making the game ugly, trying to muck it up a little bit out there.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So for Brooklyn now, Landry Shamet is out there with Harden. Then there's Brown. Then there's Green. And it's Luwawu in at the small forward position. Young with no one around. And it's put back up and in by Capella. Capella's got the lead up to 11 now for the Hawks.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, thanks very much, Kevin. Clint Capella is a 7-footer in track shoes. He said, I always try to have that pace. Whenever I sprint, I have an impact on the offense. I try to focus on that and keep my energy up. Guys, guards love big men who run the floor as hard as Capella. Back to you.
He is indeed, David, very athletic. Thanks. Here is Harden after Clint Capella's bucket. Passes it to Shamet. Inside. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. To the paint, 6 to shoot. And Capella sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Luwawu, the pass to Harden. Atlanta with the rebound. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Now, here is Young. He's covered by Shamet. Rondo against Harden. Young from outside. The offensive rebound. Okongwu kicks to Rondo. Young outside. Another miss by Young.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Out of bounds.
That's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
You love the pressure he's putting on them. Almost had that steal.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Tony Snell's checked in for the Hawks. And the Nets also making a change. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Luwawu. Now, here's Shamet. An 11-point game for him in the win against the Rockets in Houston. It's blocked. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Snell. He's covered by Shamet. Here's Okongwu. It's tipped. Capella, the pass to Okongwu. That shot off. Great D that time from Green. There's Shamet. And he's fouled pretty. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. With double checking, and the game continues on.
Young. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
You just can't get tired of watching the way Young shoots the ball. I mean, what a fantastic release.
And it's just limitless in terms of the range. That's what makes it so impressive. He's a small guy, he's quick, and he's got great handles. But he can heave that up from just about anywhere. And when he gets hot, it's something to watch.
Kevin Herter, he is checked in for Tony Snell. Now here's Jordan. He's coming off a 10-point game against the Rockets in Houston. That's good, and the Atlanta lead is cut down to 9 in the bucket from Durant.
Now just all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
Young pass to Okongwu. And Young, here we go. And it's good, 2 points. Young's got the lead up to 11 now for the Hawks.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
Yeah, feels like Christmas right now, just gift wrapping points.
Now here's Durant. He's been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game. And so Young will bring it up for Atlanta. Only giving up 6 here in this quarter. From down in the low post, it goes. Young's got 17.
The top scorers in this league, like Trae Young could be, they get buckets when it's not easy to get buckets.
Here's Irving. Okongwu grabs the board. The Hawks leading by 13. Young passes to Okongwu. And Okongwu slams it in.
So unselfish there. Young doing a good job of finding the open man.
Shamet kicks to Harris. Irving against Young. Irving passes to Shamet. Out to Harris. And here is Jordan. Durant for 3. Does not score again. That's his 4th miss against 1 make. Now Young. He's got 17. Fernando. Great positioning on the putback. Fernando's got his first points of the game.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He ended up with 17 points. And that does it for our...
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Yeah, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Young and Herter make up the back. Then it's Collins, and it's Knight in at the power forward position. So that's the lineup for Atlanta. Irving finds Durant. Back to Irving. Harden outside. Fires from 18. Off the left rim and out.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Here's Young. The 10-footer finds the target. Young's got the first points to start out the third quarter for the Hawks.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
Durant kicks to Irving. Goes up from the top of the key. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Irving.
And Kyrie doing a good job of just setting everybody up, making sure there's a great pace and tempo to each possession offensively.
Young against Harden. And Young, here we go. Good work there as it goes. Young's got 4 points this quarter.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
I mean, he might as well pour a foundation and put some framework around that, because that's where DeAndre Jordan lives on the offensive glass.
Now, here is Young. 21 points in the game. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Young's got 23.
Well, him dominating the offensive end is what accounts for this lead. Just a very difficult guy to stop once he gets going.
Irving against Young. Pulls up on the wing. And he overshot that one, missing. The Hawks leading by 19.
And I think for years to come, you're going to be talking about the draft that Trae Young was involved in as the picks got swapped. One franchise getting their guy, and this team finding Trae Young. And he's been a blessing for where they need to go.
Here's Jordan following the bucket by the Hawks. Harris inside. He's guarded by Collins. That's tipped.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Sinks the three-pointer. 26 points for him. Brent, you know the Hawks believed in Trae Young on draft day. They made the trade for him and gave up a chance at Doncic.
Well, I don't look at it like that, Kevin. I look at it like Atlanta got their guy. It's not about who else was on the board. It's the fact that they could get their #1 choice, and that was Trae Young.
You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Yep, that one goes. Young's got 11 in the second half.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
KD passes to Harden. Irving surveying the floor. To end the run, he dishes it to Jordan. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
Well, the adventure begins when DeAndre gets to the line, but I think he's wanting to work hard on his free throws, so it's not a substitution in the last 2 minutes of a game. He wants to get confident stepping up and knocking them down.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Bruno Fernando. And Tony Snell subbed in for Kevin Huerter. Then for the Nets, Jeff Green is checked in for Durant. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Joe Harris. And it's Brown in for Kyrie Irving. And he gets the bucket. Young's got 30.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Knight against Green. Green draws the double. Harden outside. Basket counts.
I mean, how many spots on the floor is Harden not effective from? I'll tell you, not many.
Young outside. We've got 33 seconds left in the third quarter.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now, here is Harden. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game. No good on the 3.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Here's Collins. The kick out to Young. Here's Knight. That's in, coming off the assist from Young.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going, we've got Brown. Luwawu is out there with Green, and it's Tyler Johnson, and it's Perry in at the 5, roaming the paint. Now, the superstar players always get the headlines, but you need more great role players, it seems, as you look at the history of champions, to win. So that being said, Greg, what kind of role players do you look for?
You know, Kevin, it starts on your best player, and I think you go from there. Obviously, in today's game, spot-up shooting is critically important, and then you got to factor in versatility. You need guys that can guard multiple positions, that give you some rim protection, but obviously that can also shoot the basketball. And I think it's critical having that instant offense guy coming off the bench as well, to when your team's in a bit of a funk, somebody you can trust to kind of light a fire.
Good point. Now, here is Young. Greg, after we saw top prospects like LaMelo Ball and R.J. Hampton playing a year in Australia, the NBA G League sweetened the deal to attract those blue chippers to this G League, which I think is a very interesting topic and a very interesting way to go.
It is. You know, I think the salaries now can exceed $500,000, not to mention the endorsement deal, and they're on a single team that's built around their needs. Certainly an enticing option for those who want to skip the college route.
Does this affect colleges, in your opinion, in their recruiting?
Not at all. You're going to love your school no matter who plays for them, especially if you're winning.
A platoon swap here for Brooklyn. Irving can't hit.
I saw a green light there. The D's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. But they'll get another chance. Kicks it out to Collins. And here's Young from the arc. That shot off the mark. And Brooklyn will come the other way. Harden the pass to Irving. Nets passing it around. To the inside. Jordan laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 6 points for DeAndre Jordan.
Not allowing the defense to cover him or alter his shot there was DeAndre Jordan getting to the rim.
Here's Young. Kicks it to Snell. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. Jordan with the rebound. And it's Harden with the ball for Brooklyn. Harris dishes to Jordan. To the paint. Out to KD. Here's Irving. Plenty of room to knock down the shot.
Coach is yelling at the defense to at least get a hand up on Kyrie Irving.
Young with the ball. Pass to Snell. Now here's Capella. Young for three. Drills the three-pointer. Young's got 42 in the game.
Defensively, you can't afford to give him that kind of look, especially down this many points.
Teachable moment there. Lapses like this are backbreakers.
Now here's Harden. And Harden with the stuff.
And I just love how aggressive Harden is inside. When he's deep like that, he is ready to finish with authority.
Here's Young. He kicks it to Snell. Right wing. Capella, the pass to Young. To the middle. And stolen by Harris.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout. a dominating performance for the Hawks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And this victory will draw them even in the season series as it comes to a close.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Trae Young.
Now, this was a showcase night of his skills offensively.
A nice shot by Irving.
Well, at this point, they're just trying to get back in sync. You want to play a good brand of basketball.
The consistency definitely is a key to some of the playoff performing teams, and tonight they just did not find it in this contest.
Here's Young, following the basket by Kyrie Irving. There's 39 seconds left in the fourth quarter. It's good. The assist that time from Harden.
I don't know how he does it, but Kyrie does such a great job to get deep position and convert, separating himself from other point guards in the league with that finishing ability.
Now, here is Young from deep. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. On the wing, Irving. Another miss by Irving. Young against Harden. Young looking around. Launches a three. That one, no good. No good. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll...
This is the 2KMC, here to check out some of your top plays of the week.
That's all you.
No! Sweet. What? Thunder.
Oh, he's down.
Legitimately insane! Wowee, folks!
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
The borough of Brooklyn. Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Green in at the 3 spot. And for Brooklyn, they've got Harris. Durant is out there with DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Irving, and it's Harden in at the 1 spot. Now for the teams that are clearly rebuilding, should they simply play the young guns, Greg, no matter what, or they make them earn their minutes?
Kev, I don't know that there's a right answer to that. I think it's really about the personnel and the personalities of the guys on that roster. And really, the front office should play a big role in that as well. But it's a hard call. You got to believe enough in those young guys to say, hey, that's our future. We're going in that direction. But you still got to also take care of your veteran guys who are kind of setting the table for your future.
Now Embiid following the 3-point attempt by Kyrie Irving. Here's Green. Kyrie Irving grabs the miss.
That's a shot they're always happy to get, even when he blows the finish.
Baseline jumper. Harden can't hit.
Oh, he found the open space from mid-range, just maybe rushed his release a little bit.
Here's Curry. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Good at recognizing when the defense is overcommitted. I mean, Embiid is terrific at sharing the ball.
Harden outside. KD passes to Jordan. Up top, Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Oh, puts it on the deck and takes it to the hoop. Simmons is one of the best at using the dribble to score.
Harden finds Durant. Unloads. And again, it's the Nets missing. Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against Houston.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
The noise didn't really seem to bother them. In fact, it appeared to make them sharper and play harder for each other.
Here is Harden after the Sixers pick up 2.
Some very aggressive defense to prevent the easy lay-in.
And see, Webb, the strength and conditioning of James Harden, something I'm not certain everybody has an appreciation for.
Yeah, and to your point, back in high school, despite leading Artesia to back-to-back state championships, Harden dealt with asthma and was frankly out of shape. Over the years, dedication to diet and training, that enabled him to reach new heights.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And there's the call on Curry. That's his first foul. Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Maxey comes in for Green. Outside for Durant. To stop the drought. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
I mean, stretched, Armstrong. Durant doesn't even need to jump, it seems, to throw it down. His athleticism, his height, his length, it's just unreal.
Now here is Harris. He had 22 points in the win against Utah.
It was his rebound that stood out even more than me. I mean, they could not keep him off the glass.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Here's KD. Jordan the pass to Durant. No good that time. Some solid defense from Harris. Passes it to Maxey. There's Embiid. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
On the wing, Irving. And the pass to Harris. Now Johnson. Embiid with the steal. And Simmons kicks to Milton. Lobbed up there for Embiid. The shot, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later.
Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
And that one's good, Maxey.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Johnson outside. Back to KD. Jordan. And there's Jordan putting it right back in. Jordan's got his second bucket of the night.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
And so it's Ben Simmons making highlights. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And guys, what's your take on the 76ers so far?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
They've got Green. Brown out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Jordan, and it's Luwawu in at small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. The 76ers leading by 8. To the right side. Here's Maxey. Down low. Here's Howard. Pass to Milton. Thibault on the wing. Clock at 6. Pass to Korkmaz. Shoots over Shamet. That one off the back iron and out. Brooklyn with the ball. Brown the pass to Jordan. In the corner. Shamet with it. The kick out to Brown. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation. All right, a chance to check out stats for Kyrie Irving.
And guys, it hasn't been pretty for him in the past 5 games. He's having one of those scoring slumps that all players go through at some point in the season. But I know he hadn't lost his confidence, and I expect this young man to get after it here tonight.
James Harden, he's checked in for the Nets. Then for the 76ers, Green comes in for Shake Milton. And it's Seth Curry in for Maxey.
And now a look at James Harden. What a run he's been on over the past few weeks. First in assists, 11th in scoring. And he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. And the call, and it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Oh, it's all about the assist on that play. He puts it in the perfect spot.
Harden the pass to Green. One up, one down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
That one good for 2. Curry's got 4 points now in the quarter.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
4 on 3 as they bring it up. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
Improving his floor awareness. Howard has a decent sense for when his guys are open.
Brooklyn making some changes. Durant comes in for Luwawu Cabarro, and Irving subbed in for Landry Shamet. Then for the 76ers, Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Tobias Harris comes in for Korkmaz, and it's Ben Simmons in for Matisse Thybulle. Now here's Durant. He's been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Brown. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Thursday, they'll host the Boston Celtics. Then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And you know, for that matchup with New York, I think it's going to be an interesting challenge. Even though they expect to come out on top, this could probably be a pick'em game, depending on how they play.
Here's KD after the made shot from Joel Embiid. Count it, and the 76ers lead has been cut down to 11 on the bucket from Harden.
And you can't leave someone open around Durant. He keeps his eyes up, makes a play for his teammate.
Now here's Simmons. 8 points for him. In the corner, it's Harris. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Very pretty alley-oop layup. Embiid's got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers.
And what an alley-oop. Those two read each other so well.
It's a play I'm sure they love to run. Here's Irving. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. Embiid's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Simmons passes to Embiid. Kicks it to Curry. Outside, Green. Simmons against Harden. Here's Embiid, and Durant sends it back.
Well, you're not going to sneak that shot past Durant, not with the reach that he has.
And finished off by Brown.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
They needed that, and I love that he just didn't settle for the lay-in.
Now here's Simmons. Count that bucket. Simmons got 10.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Curry against Irving. Brown, and they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
I mean, the playmaking skills of Irving, a great passer. I mean, a high IQ player.
Now, here's Maxey. Got a piece of it. And it's out of bounds. The 76ers able to retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
Well, just trying to prevent the opposition from getting comfortable. Next time, that one might get picked.
And that was another look at the aggressive D that led to the mobile 1 block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
And so it's... All right, David, thank you, and stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2. Ben Simmons had it going on in the first quarter. He had 10 points, and Tobias Harris... And that does it for our halftime.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. What a game we're seeing from Simmons.
In that first half, he was a hot knife, and the defense was butter, sliced right through them.
He did a great job of attacking the seams, getting to the rim, and then finishing strong.
And so in the game for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Curry, and it's Green in at the small forward position. Simmons finds Harris. Simmons against Durant. Just 5 on the clock. And it's Harris off the drive, and he banks in the layup. Harris has got his first basket of the night.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Al Harden, 6 points for him. Over Simmons, shot from free throw range, and that's going to be a treble.
And how about the numbers here for Ben Simmons? 6th in steals, 11th in assists, and not many players convert opportunities inside as well as he. Top 15 in field goal percentage.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Korkmaz, he's jacked in for Tobias Harris.
Wow, and he's an elite scorer with impressive repertoire. Embiid is outstanding at knowing when to exert his will on offense.
Now here's Harden. He's a guy that can score, no doubt, averaging over 25 points a game.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. Harden against Simmons. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Landry Shamet's checked in for Irving. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Matisse Thybulle comes in for Curry.
Look, I love how Simmons makes his teammates better. He's consistent at looking to get them going.
Here's Harden. That's another one for him. His 5th in just 7 shots.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Thybulle, the pass to Simmons. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. He feeds it to Howard. It's stolen by Harris. Here's Durant. Another one falls for Brooklyn.
It hasn't taken them any time to find their rhythm in the second half. 4 for 4 from the field already.
Pass to Thybulle. Inside. Embiid kicks to Simmons. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%. I'm sure you've got a list, Greg, of players you've visited with over the years who you really enjoy spending some time with and talking to.
I mean, there's so many, Kevin. A couple guys, and there is a little bias as a point guard, but Damian Lillard and Steph Curry and Chris Paul, 3 guys that, you know, I enjoy sitting down and talking shop with. Giannis, you know, witnessing his journey to greatness. All the while, he remains humble and really appreciates his position. So several of these guys, I'm also not just an analyst partner, but a fan and a big fan of theirs.
You are a fan indeed. Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Green, he's checked in for Durant, and Luwawu subbed in for James Harden. And Howard with the stuff.
Howard can still wreck the rim when he gets in deep.
And here's Harris from the arc. On the wing, Harris. Green deciding where to go with it. Feeds to Jordan. Misses from close range.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Shamet, the pass to Jordan. And here is Harris. Jordan, high post. Back to Harris. Jordan trying to free himself up. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
There's the pass to Thybulle. To the middle. It's stolen by Green. Pass to Maxey. He's looking for Howard and finds him. And the shot is good. And the 76ers lead by 13.
And 10 of their last 12 coming off assists.
Left side, Jordan. It's stolen by Milton. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Thibault on the wing. They get the rebound. That one misses. Right side, Green. Shamet the pass to Jordan. No good. Great D that time from Howard. And so it's Philadelphia. 13 points up at the end of the period. And you have to credit their defense. And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
How about the unselfishness? Night in and night out, we see guys trying to force their own agenda. Not that time.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. A moment now to reset the lineups, brought to us by Gatorade, all fueled up here for the fourth quarter. Setting the floor for the Nets. We've got Irving. Green is out there with Joe Harris. Then there's Brown, and it's Luwawu in at the 3. Down low, and it's Green with the jam.
And Green getting off the floor there for the dunk. Really like watching him sky up for those.
Outside Curry. Lobbed up there for Embiid. And Embiid throws it down.
The chemistry Embiid has with his guys. I mean, he seems to know exactly when to go for these alley-oops.
Irving with the ball. Picked up by Harris. And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. Kevin Durant, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Harden comes in for Luwawu-Cabarrot. Simmons checked in for Philadelphia. Fires from the line. The shot's good from Irving.
Torch from mid-range. I mean, that's almost unmatched. I mean, Irving is dead-eye from that range.
Simmons dishes to Green. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Pass to Curry. Clock at 4. Philadelphia needs to get a shot off. Simmons finds Curry. Embiid, no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Oh, I'm always surprised when it doesn't happen. I'm sure these two will have a good laugh about it later. He's been a different player since halftime. Coming on strong now.
To the inside. And here's Simmons for 3. Green with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
The 76ers leading by 11. There's the lob for Harris. The Nets have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. The feed now to Green. Irving for 3. Not going to go that time, so Philadelphia will take it the other way. In the corner, Simmons with it. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Shot clock at 3. Over in the corner, Green. No good from outside. Nets trail by 13. Here's Harden. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, and for a guard, Harden does a ton of damage inside, especially how he gets these foul calls close to the basket.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Jordan, he's checked in for Green. And Harris subbed in for Bruce Brown. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Milton's checked in. Simmons against Harden. And Simmons kicks to Embiid. Simmons on the wing, guarded by Harden. Embiid, no good. For the Nets, this one not looking good. So far in the fourth quarter, they've allowed just 6 points, and that one's good. Irving.
I like how Irving fills the defense out. He sensing he has room to shoot and fire once he gets the rock.
High post, Embiid. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Out to Harris. Simmons passes to Harris. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Did you see the no-look pass by Harris right there? I mean, he's a wing that knows how to move the ball.
Passes it to Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth. Green, the pass to Embiid. Plenty of space. But he gets it back. And there's the pass to Milton. The second chance effort. Green finds Embiid. From past the arc. Again, Embiid missing. And it's Irving with the ball for Brooklyn. 8-point game. Over Milton. Irving can't hit. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Simmons passes to Milton. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Simmons dishes to Harris. It's stolen by Harris. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got it. The fast break chance. That's going to be over and back. Not watching for the line that time. 12 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Pass to Maxey. Milton with it. Off target with that shot. So Philadelphia wins it. This was a very strong. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.
And meet us back here next Friday at 4 p.m. Pacific.
And don't forget, next Saturday, March 6th, you can watch all the action from the My Team Unlimited Championship on Twitch.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
An overhead look at downtown as we approach the halfway mark. Let's take a look at how everything in the East right now stands. You take a look at the 76ers. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, there's the Hawks. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And for Philadelphia, they have caught the entire league off guard. This was not a position anyone thought they'd be in at this stage of the season.
And the credit belongs to them for what they did and didn't do during the offseason. I mean, they had a vision, they set it out, and they've stayed true to it.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Tony Snell is out there with Collins, and it's Capella in at the 5 spot. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Green in at the 3 spot. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line. That'll put Trae Young on the line. That's on Ben Simmons. Gallinari, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. The Atlanta shooting their first free throw of the night here. Well, the outcome tonight, Greg, could come down to the big man up front.
You know, versatility will be key. The front court that can be physical but also pass it, stretch the floor, will likely be the victor.
And it's the Hawks ball. Collins passes to Young. That one falls.
And just solid play out of them that time.
And Simmons has got the ball here for the 76ers. It's a 3-point game. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger. And we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
Here's Young after the Sixers pick up 2. Passes to Capella. Kicks it out to Collins. To the paint. Here's Curry. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Boy, he knows he should have knocked that one down, especially with the defense not giving much of an effort.
And Tobias Harris, a crusader for a cause that isn't talked about too much. He has a huge concern about sleep deprivation and the effects it has on athletes.
Yeah, you know what, Greg? While it's not talked about a lot, it is gaining ground in all kinds of circles, particularly in the world of sports, the whole sleep deprivation idea. And Harris is a guy who's conscientious and thoughtful. I love the fact that he's bringing this to his teammates' attention because it's critical. And he's certainly passionate about it. We'll see how much wind it gets with him speaking up on it.
It's stolen by Capella. Young against Simmons. And Young kicks to Collins. Young taking his time here. It's hauled in by Harris.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Simmons dishes to Harris. Simmons inside. Gallinari on him. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2.
Now let's take a quick look at the numbers for Embiid. 2nd in scoring, 4th in rebounding, and he provides that deterrent around the rim, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in blocks per game.
And what he's doing right now, carving up defensive schemes at will, 2nd best scorer in the league. It's just a marvelous thing to watch and appreciate. Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Howard's checked in for Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. Shake Milton, he's checked in for Seth Curry. And Maxey's subbed in for Green. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it?
Definitely. You're not going to make plays like that unless you expend the energy.
Here's Maxey. After the basket by Onyeka Okongwu. 4 on the clock. Bobbed up there for Howard. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. To the inside. Here's Okongwu. And he makes good on the layup. Okongwu's now got his 2nd bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, his teammates are going to like Gallinari more and more with every one of those passes. Good job to set up for a wide-open look.
Now, here's Maxey. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. The Hawks leading by 4. Here's Rondo. Excellent D from Howard.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Pass to Maxey. And here is Howard. Gallinari covering. And here's Maxey. Back to Howard. The pass to Maxey. To the middle. Stolen by Collins. In the corner. Herder with it. Drills it from outside.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And here's Maxey. Simmons feeling it out a bit. Over Gallinari. Simmons can't get it to go. Gallinari outside. Pass to Rondo. From deep three-point range, and the last shot at the buzzer doesn't go in for him. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks bringing the quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And look at how the hustle game has been going for the Hawks.
They've come out in attack mode on the defensive end. They've applied pressure and forcing turnovers.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
This is how the floor looks for the Hawks starting the second quarter. They've got Clint Capella. Trae Young is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Herder in at the 3 spot. Okongwu. Herder passes to Young. And another shot. And that's 2 points on the layup. Young's got the lead up to 9 now for Atlanta.
Maybe not the most explosive athlete, but Young's jumper stretches defense, which gives him more room to get by his man.
Howard finds Thibault. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Thibault's got his first bucket in this one.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Yeah, it looks like they've gained a little bit of confidence as the lid has come off the hoop.
Now, here is Young. A 32-point game for him in the win against the Magic in Orlando.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates, and they just couldn't figure out how to defend him.
And so here is Philadelphia, following the bucket by the Hawks. Maxey passes to Howard. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And their shots are falling now with more regularity than we saw at first.
Well, it was a slow start, but they've gone from simmer to medium heat, and they're bordering on hot to close this gap.
Here's Young, following the basket by Dwight Howard. Young's shot is good. Young's got 9.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Now, here's Milton. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Utah. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Dwight Howard.
So hard to corral Howard. I mean, even when you try to rough him up and get physical with him, he still just is able to play through it.
Here's Rondo. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Out to the right wing. Here's Herder. The dish to Young. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
You know, Greg, when you were in New York, you were on a super team of sorts. Compare that to the super teams they're forming now in the NBA.
Oh, we've always had super teams. And this misnomer that this is something that's just come about with this era is, to me, absurd. You've always had it. Whether the difference nowadays is I think the players have more say in where they go. And they can orchestrate how a team is constructed, but it's always existed. And the reality is this: you become a super team when you win a lot.
Sure.
And that's what really dictates how super your team is.
He lobs it up. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Rondo kicks to Okongwu. Herder passes to Young. For the basket, his 5th of the game. He's missed 6 shots against those 5 makes.
And having to respect Young's deep range defensively, hard to close off the lane.
Howard finds Thibault. Atlanta with the rebound. Their last encounter was in Atlanta.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
And, you know, one of the things about winning the physical battle like they did in that game, it gives you a lot of confidence going into the next meet. You know you can push this team around in the paint and win the physical battle.
Philadelphia with the ball after the missed 3 from Trae Young. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
And the 76ers with a completely new group now. Then for the Hawks, Bruno Fernando comes in for Okongwu. And Tony Snell subbed in for Rajon Rondo. Here's Embiid. Rebound Atlanta. Capella's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
And they're controlling the boards, Kevin. That's +5 in that category.
And, guys, you know that rebounding is a huge part, a huge component of winning games. It's not a glamour stat, but it's necessary if you're going to be a winning team.
You know, you can't be overzealous inside when you guard Young. You got to be better at contesting without fouling.
And so Young nails them both.
Already a very confident player. Knocking down those free throws only fuels that.
Right side Simmons. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Trae.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello. After 2 quarters, it's Atlanta out in front. They lead by 11. And that does it for our...
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. Without question, Trae Young displaying his skills today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So on the floor for Philadelphia, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Simmons is out there with Curry, and it's Green in at small forward. Curry finds Embiid. Back to Curry, down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from 11. No good that time. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Here's Young. Simmons pulls it in.
Total breakdown from the defense there. I mean, he'll usually take advantage when that's the case.
Back to Green. Pass to Simmons. Embiid trying to break loose. Count it, and the Atlanta lead has been cut down now to just 11 on the bucket from Ben Simmons. And the Hawks with possession here. Young outside. Down low. And the dunk by Capella.
You know, Capella, one of the very best in the league at getting out of the screen and getting to the right spot.
Curry kicks to Harris. Simmons on the wing. Pass to Curry. Over Young. It's good. And the Hawks lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Curry.
Seth Curry's game in the mid-range area continues to look better, taking advantage of all opportunities.
And Young, here we go. And he uses the glass on the layup. Young's got 17 now.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Outside, Simmons. Harris against Capella. Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Yeah, that's good vision from Harris. I mean, he draws so much attention himself, so he's become a capable passer.
And Young kicks to Capella. The Hawks working the ball around. Young drives in. Count that one. Young's got the lead up to 13 now for the Hawks. And so Green will bring it up for the 76ers. Curry passes to Embiid. Back to Curry. Harris against Capella. Harris dishes to Embiid, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, who would you choose as the best defenders of the NBA pick and roll?
Oof. That is a tough one. This will surprise some people. Nikola Jokic is one of the better big men defending the pick and roll, in part because of his instincts. You know, he doesn't impress me in terms of his physical attributes, but his mind, the ability to anticipate, having a sense of how perimeter players play the game. He's a guy that's terrific. I'll give you an oldie but goodie in Andre Iguodala. He's still terrific. And I pick bigger guys because you've got to be able to switch that and guard smaller players. And, you know, at the center and the swing position, those are 2 guys that still are very reliable.
The Hawks making a switch here. Hill's checked in. Picked him clean. Here's Young. Good, and it's Hill picking up the assist. 21 points for Trae Young.
An effective multi-dimensional scorer. Young is incredible at turning on the Jets when he's feeling.
1:19 left in the third. Harris passes to Green. Young left side. No one covering. Young's got 23 points.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Thibault, the pass to Maxey. There's 53 seconds left to play in the third. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And just a little too lax with that possession, and it cost him.
And I tell you what, more brain-neutral plays like that one, and they'll have a hole deeper than the one they're already in.
Shake Milton, he's checked in for Philadelphia. And a deep 3 from Young from beyond the arc and then some. Young's got 13 points in just this quarter.
Monster quarter for him. He's put the team on his back, trying to carry them to the W.
Green passes to Embiid. Now Thibault, 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Harris outside. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And Young kicks to Hill. Back to Young for the 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. He's up. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. 4th quarter on the court for the Hawks. They've got Collins. Young is out there with Clint Capella. And it's Knight in at the 4-man position.
I'm sure his teammates love having a guy like Collins on the receiving end of those alley-oops. As fun an assist as you'll get.
On the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Greg the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
Well, in most games he can knock it down from deep, but it just isn't there for him in this one.
The 76ers trail by 18. Outside Curry. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there.
And great job preventing that ball from coming into the post. Might have been an easy two if the defense wasn't there.
And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Hawks.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
Curry passes to Green. Harris outside. Just 4 to shoot. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter now. Young with the ball. Now Green defending. Young inside. He's against Green. And the dunk by Capella.
No defense going to stop that throwdown by Capella right there.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Capella sends it back. The Hawks leading by 22. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Kicks it to Collins. The pass to Herter. Young outside. From past the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. Young's got 29.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Embiid finds Curry. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Outstanding focus from Seth Curry. Nice job there of staying in control of his shot, even with the contact.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Bradley's checked in for Embiid. Scott comes in for Harris. Korkmaz checked in for Green. And Matisse Thybulle subbed in for Simmons. Capella. And Philadelphia grabs the miss. 1:50 left here in the fourth quarter. Thybulle, the pass to Bradley. Trying to find Scott. Gets it to him. Pass to Thybulle. It's stolen by Capella. Passes it to Hill. Inside. Hawks passing it around. Fernando, that's good.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Hawks.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And they're going to take the second game between these two clubs, just like they took the first. This will put them up 2-0 with 2 left to play in the season series against the Sixers.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Trae Young.
Every time he shot it, it seemed like it was going to drop in. And if it didn't, everyone was surprised.
Pass to Fernando. Dishes it to Young. Beyond the arc. Scott pulls it in. Now, here's Maxey, defended by Young. Hammers the alley-oop through.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
We've got 33 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Young, good.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exits.
Maxey passes to Korkmaz. Right side Bradley to the paint. It's tipped, and he's able to get it back. And the basket is good. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it
day long, you can earn double rep. Next weekend, if your My Player is a 75 overall or lower,
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And don't let the high fashion fool you. These Brooklyn... And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
We've seen him regress as a rebounder these past few seasons. His numbers have come down in that department, and I'd like to see him concentrate on bringing them back up. I'm sure the team would as well. You can never have enough rebounding.
A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. John Collins is out there with Tony Snell, and it's Capella in at the 5. And for Brooklyn, we've got Harden. DeAndre Jordan is out there with Durant. Then it's Joe Harris, and it's Irving at the 2 spot.
And Kevin Durant, one of the greatest scorers to ever play. Not the most prolific scorer, but perhaps the most talented. He's dangerous from any part of the floor.
And the call will be against Harris. That's his first foul. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Tony Snell. It's Young on the wing, guarded by Harden. And Young, here we go. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Greg, as scores go, Kevin Durant's as efficient as any.
I mean, Durant has an insane field goal percentage for the shots that he takes. I mean, when you factor in how many threes he puts up, it gets even more impressive. Durant takes so many shots where he's covered and is still efficient. It's just mind-blowing.
Now, here is Young. A 32-point game for him in the win against Orlando.
And some of the passes he threaded through the defense were just incredible. He made it look so easy.
Rebounded by the Nets. In transition, here come the Nets. KD with it. And Young picks him up defensively. Over Young. And it's John Collins with the rebound.
Easy chance from mid-range. Wouldn't be surprised to see them run that play again.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
The drive by Jordan. Harris outside. Outside Durant. To the middle. Here's Jordan. And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
In the corner. Herter with it. Young looking around.
And the amount of pressure that Trae Young puts on the defense is staggering. He's either carving you up with his passing or hitting you with that jump shot.
You know, Trae Young is the type of player that could lead this league in scoring and in assists. And also possibly could do it in the same season. For a youngster, he sees a lot of double teams. It's impressive how he handles it.
Here's Durant. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Now Durant. He's been an incredibly difficult matchup for all of their opponents, averaging 29 points a game. Jordan kicks to Harden. 6 on the shot clock. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And again, it's the Nets missing.
I'm not sure the defense affected that shot. That was just a blown gimme.
Capella finds Collins.
What I love about John Collins, he plays with great determination, trying to impose his will.
Outside Irving. Count that one.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Now, here is Young, providing around 26.5 points a game. Rarely has an off night. Good.
I mean, he's young, but the game just looks like it's slowed down for Trae. Knows exactly where to get his shots.
Young against Harden. Pass to Jordan. Back to Harden. .102 left in the first. 2 points. That one goes.
And Harden's such a creative scorer, especially when he gets in close to the basket.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Green comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Brown in for Joe Harris. Atlanta also making some changes here. Okongwu's checked in for John Collins. Tony Snell comes in for Kevin Huerter. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Trae Young. Now, here is Gallinari. 23 points for him the last game against Orlando. And the shot goes in.
That's just a seasoned move. Great concentration from Gallinari, finishing through contact.
Harden the pass to Irving. And the officials call him for a 3-second violation. Young's checked in for the Hawks. An outstanding defensive play to earn the Mobile One block.
And early in a game, these sorts of plays really can set the tone.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Fearless attacking the heart of that defense. Young is willing to take punishment to get his points.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
He was extremely sharp at the free throw line in their last outing. And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Harden kicks to Green. On the wing, Irving. Shoots it. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Gallinari against Green. Young up top. Over Harden. Wow! Huge buzzer beater.
I did not think he was going to get that off in time.
One eye on the rim.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the Hawks here in this one?
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
Yes, what they do, they take away the things that teams like to do offensively, also keeping them out of sync.
Landry Shamet is out there with Brown. Then it's Green. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. And it's Luwawu in at the small forward. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. The Hawks leading by 7. Here's Young. 10 points for him. A new generation of players, Greg, coming into the NBA alongside your son Cole. We've got a lot of players who I think are going to have a long-term impact on this game.
There's no doubt about it. Listen, I hope Cole can have the kind of impact that some of these guys are. But look at the Grizzlies. I think they got 2 terrific ones. Ja Morant has superstar written all over him. Brandon Clark probably surprised some people with his ability to have an impact. And if you look at this past draft, Obi Toppin is one to watch. This is a guy with great size and length who was a perimeter player until he had a growth spurt. So those are the types of players that I think when you combine athleticism and skill with the way the court is spaced, man, can have a tremendous impact in this game. Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Back to Brown. They kick it out to Green. Stripped it away. Okongwu with it. Now Green defending. Young against Green. Pulls it up. And there's Okongwu. That's good on the assist from Young. Okongwu's now got the lead up to 13 now for the Hawks. And here is Shamet. 11 points for him in that last game against the Rockets in Houston. There's the dish to Jordan. Back to Shamet. And so it's Young who brings it up for the Hawks. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. And it's Gallinari missing. Young against Brown. And Atlanta again with the bucket.
I love his shot selection today. He set the bar for the rest of the team.
Brown kicks to Green. Wants to get it to Brown and does. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. Looking now at some numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
For Brooklyn, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Durant's checked in for Jordan. Joe Harris comes in for Luwawu Cabarro. And Irving subbed in for Landry Shamet.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Down low, here's Green. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
I love it. Beautiful job getting to the rim, making a play.
Young up top. He's covered by Brown. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. For Atlanta, they have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
You know what? You forget that he's small in stature. Trae Young's skill set is exactly what every team is looking for.
Looking at who's out there now for the Hawks. Clint Capella comes in for Bruno Fernando. And Knight subbed in for Okongwu.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush, perfect.
Working hard, beating everyone to the ball. He does this night in and night out.
Here's Irving. On target from 13 feet. Irving's got 6.
Kyrie sprung free on that pick and roll. Trying to stick with him is easier said than done.
Brown against Young. There's 53 seconds left in the first half. Pulls it from the elbow. They get it back with 1 on the clock, and the dunk by Capella.
Just has a nose for the ball. Capella skilled at gaining ideal position for those offensive rebounds.
Irving for 3. And it's John Collins with the rebound. Collins has got his 4th rebound in this one.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Capella and the dunk by Capella.
So dangerous in the pick and roll. Trae makes quick reads and great decisions.
Nets trail by 16. And Harris wide open. He shoots. It's hauled in by Clint Capella.
And he's a good shooter from outside, but not sure from that deep.
You know, we're seeing players move further and further back to create space.
Oh, he got it to go!
Wow.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks taking a 19-point lead into the
2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each. Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He had 18 points and... Thanks for joining.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
And he's shown just how adept he can be at creating contact and then cashing in at the line.
It's a part of his game that he can always tap into. There's an art to it, and he is painting the canvas tonight.
Checking out the group for Lloyd Pierce to start the second half. Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Collins is out there with Clint Capella, and it's Snell in at the 3, the small forward. Here's Durant. That one doesn't go. Collins with some nice D. Young outside. Collins in the post. Harris is there. Herter passes to Young. Shot clock at 6. Cans it from downtown.
Yeah, credit Herter. Recognizes where the help is coming from. Finds the open man.
It's Durant on the wing. He's guarded by Collins, and the shot goes down. Durant's got his first 2 points of the night.
And that pick takes the D totally out of the equation.
Hey, if you're not going to fight over, you're essentially giving the shooter the look he wants.
Young against Harden. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Durant drawing the double team. Out to Harris. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Harden the pass to Irving. From 11 feet away. The shot, no good. So Atlanta will take it the other way. Collins wide open, he fires. That three off the mark.
Ugly start to this half, hitting just 20% from the field. Gotta pick it up.
Pass to Jordan. Kicks it out to Harden. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And it's easy to give up after a play like that, but this team needs to keep fighting.
It's just one trip down the court, but you have to have short memory in this league or you won't last long.
Looking at who's out there now for the Nets. Luwawu Cabarrot, he's checked in for Joe Harris. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Irving. Young finds Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Capella's got 8 points. And Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things, never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. There's Gallinari with the three, and Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. Green, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Then for the Hawks, Bruno Fernando's checked in for Clint Capella. Knight comes in for John Collins, and it's Solomon Hill in for Tony Snell.
And while his ability to score gets so much attention, Harden demonstrating why he's also regarded as an elite level passer.
Young against Harden. And Young, here we go. Lays it up and banks it in. Young's got 23 points.
The charisma, the superhuman workload. Trae Young is built for stardom.
Harden dishes to Green. Shamet the pass to Green. Harden outside. To the wing on the left. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Shamet finds Harden. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Harden's got his second basket.
You need guys who are willing to make the next pass. Shamet doesn't rack up a lot of assists, but he's unselfish.
Outside Hill. On the left block. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Nets taking it the other way. Harden kicks to Luwawu Cabarrot. His three-pointers off the mark. Atlanta leading by 20. To the inside. Fernando can't get it to go.
And what should have been a simple pass and finish ends up in a missed opportunity on that alley-oop attempt.
It started off looking good, but the timing was just a little off, and sometimes that's all it takes.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, You got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
What passion from Rondo on that drive, just relentless on how he takes it straight to the defense.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks in very good shape with a 23-point lead at the end of the quarter. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
You see why they trust him with the ball in his hands. He can make the simple play, and he can pull off the spectacular.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. They've got Kyrie Irving. Brown out there with Joe Harris. Then it's Harden, and it's Green in at the 5 spot. So that's the Nets 5. And Herter gets it to go.
Kevin Herter, a terrific catch-and-shoot player, both from a stationary position and coming off screens.
Harden the pass to Green. Brown outside. Harris outside. Feeds it to Green, and it's blocked. Fast break, the Hawks. Rondo's running. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. Here's Green. Rebounded by the Hawks.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. DeAndre Jordan comes in for Jeff Green. And Durant subbed in for... And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Game continues to evolve, Greg. Any changes in particular that you do not like?
That's a great question. You know, I'd like to see the replay review streamlined a little bit better. I wouldn't mind a touch more physicality being allowed in the game, but as much as we tend to complain, the one thing I have learned is if you're honest, you go back, we always complain. I don't care what the era is. Nobody's ever truly happy, and I'm not going to spend all my time worrying about that stuff, partner. I'm just going to enjoy the game that we are all so fortunate enough to be able to watch.
Totally agree.
Difficult guarding Kyrie. He's comfortable from any range and willing to take what the defense gives him.
Young passes to Fernando. The kick out to Young. Launches a 3. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Irving. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Atlanta leading by 23. Herter passes to Fernando. Rebound, Brooklyn. Harden's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Harris, right side. No good from 11 feet. Atlanta's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. Fernando, the pass to Young. Greg, you played against some terrific players, including the late, great Kobe Bryant. I'd love to hear your thoughts on playing against Kobe.
I mean, his passing is still tough, I'm sure, for many to deal with because he was just taken from us at such a young age. But this guy was a ferocious competitor and someone who showed us in life and in tragedy that you need to make the most of every moment that we have here. You know, I just appreciated to really the fans getting to know Kobe once his career was over, because I think he was able to let his guard down a little bit and show us a lighter side, a more compassionate side.
That is an excellent point. And the jam by Harden.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses. And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Atlanta.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And they're going to bring this season series to an end with a very nice victory here today. These teams spent a lot of time on the floor together this year.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Trae Young.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
.32 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Jordan with it and guarded by Capella. Right side, Kevin Durant. Young up top. Fires from deep. The putback, and it's put back up and in by Capella.
Yeah, they've sucked the energy out of this arena. Tremendous effort on the road.
And when you're on the road, you can't be tentative coming into a game like this. I thought their aggressive approach was the difference.
Young from deep three-point range. Off on that one. And so it's the Hawks taking care of business in this one. A resounding victory.
March 6th can't come soon enough. We're going to show the community what defense can do, man. Splash is the best offensive player, but we finna show the community that defense matters too, man. Splash is my guy. We got business to handle.
Yes, sir. We made it through all the obstacles. I told y'all, no problem. We finally at the top. I told Tommy me at the top months ago, man. We giving the community the showdown they want. Best offensive player versus best defensive player. I can't wait to get started, man. This is going to be a movie. Make sure you tune in.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for DeAndre Jordan.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
So the next starting five. Durant is out there with Harris. Then it's Harden. Then it's Kyrie Irving. And it's Jordan in at the center, locking down the middle. And for the 76ers, Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Green in at the three, the small forward. Now here's Simmons, following the miss by DeAndre Jordan. Irving against Curry. Embiid trying to break loose, and the basket by Curry. Greg, a game like this, two offensive juggernauts going head-to-head. I mean, we're buckled in, ready to go.
I mean, listen, the rules favor offense in today's game. That's why league-wide scoring is on the rise, and I would expect we're going to see a bucket or two put forth tonight, Kevin.
No doubt. Clock at 4. Here's Irving. The shot misses, so Philadelphia will take it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
They just looked a step quicker all game long. They knew they had an advantage on offense. Executing the plan here early. Still haven't missed a shot.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Irving for 3. That one's rebounded by Embiid. The 76ers have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Simmons against Irving. Curry on the wing. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. And that one drops for him.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Harden the pass to Jordan. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Never one to shy away from playing physical. Jordan will give you his all when he's out there.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. And so he makes both from the line. For Philadelphia, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Harden. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately. First in assists, 11th in scoring, and he's as opportunistic as anybody defensively, ranking among the top 15 league-wide in steals per game.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here, leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Lobbed up there for Embiid. An emphatic LU jam.
The reach of Embiid, just fantastic. Just throw it up there. I mean, he's committed to finishing the alley-oop. And everyone wants Simmons to add a consistent outside jump shot. But while that's a work in progress, he does just fine at the rim. An incredibly adept finisher up close.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
And Simmons kicks to Harris. Back to Simmons. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
And when you foul Simmons, you really got to foul him. You don't want to just mess around. He powers through.
Catching up on the changes for Philadelphia. Howard's checked in for Embiid. Korkmaz comes in for Tobias Harris. And Maxey's subbed in for Green. And a new group in for the Nets. Jeff Green, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Luwawu Cabarro comes in for Joe Harris. Brown, he's checked in for Irving. And Landry Shamet subbed in for James Harden. And here's Maxey after the three-pointer from KD. The three from Simmons. And the 76ers get it back. And Howard with the second chance points.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
1:11 left in the first quarter. Outside, KD. Launches it. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Now Howard. 12 points his last outing. Maxey passes to Howard. And Howard slams it home.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Yeah, true. But now it's about sustaining their energy and maintaining the focus.
Now, here's Shamet. An 11-point game for him in the win against Houston. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Hilton the pass to Howard. Inside.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there.
And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Here's Durant. And the Nets miss again.
You expect him to make those. They got to do more to get a hand in his face next time.
Got it off in time, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. Naturally a ball-dominant player. James Harden talked.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the goal. Of course, playing off the ball is something that I'm comfortable doing.
Giving their offense another dynamic.
And it also helps him preserve some energy for those big moments in the big games.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And the 76ers have been rolling along, haven't they?
Well, in that first quarter, they were intent on just pounding the ball down low.
Old school approach. I mean, if you have a favorable matchup inside, just keep pounding it in there.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Nets. They've got Luwawu. Green is out there with Durant. Then there's Landry Shamet. And it's Brown in at the two-guard spot. Kept alive. The kick out to Brown. Pass to Durant. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it go with a 3. No good on the shot. So Philadelphia will take it the other way. It was a victory here for the home team last time these guys met.
Well, they coasted to the win in that one. Were dominant in the rebound department, and that was a huge factor.
Yeah, controlling the flow of second chance opportunities is the key. I mean, something they'll try to replicate tonight. You can learn a lot by watching him operate in their offense.
Who's watching here?
To the paint. And here is Curry. A 14-point game for him in the win against Utah. And it's good for 2. Curry's got 6 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Durant for 3. Again, Durant missing. The 76ers leading by 11. Curry looking around. Pass to Maxey. Back to Curry. Shoots over Shamet. And again, it's Philadelphia. Greg, who are your favorite players to watch in the NBA?
Boy, that's a tough one. You gotta like the guys that have changed the game in some regards, right? Steph, KD, and Giannis. Those are 3 guys that are just doing things that don't seem normal.
True.
Then others who remind you of past greatness. Jason Tatum with Kobe, or maybe an Anthony Davis with Hakeem. And those are guys that I love. And then the other guy, listen, LeBron James. I could watch him play basketball every day. To do what he's done at this stage of his career, I just think it's incredible. And I think our game is in great shape.
Agree on all counts. Here's Luwawu. Outside, KD. Fires top of the key. It's hauled in by the 76ers. When this game is done, they'll be off to Chicago as they take on the Bulls. That'll be the first half of a 2-game trip. Korkmaz kicks to Thibault. Stolen by Durant. In transition, here come the Nets. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And taking a look here at some numbers for Curry. His last 10 games, getting around 12 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. Nothing about his numbers really jump out at you, but he'll come up with a timely play or 2 every game.
Yeah, and sometimes that's all they need, especially in tight games. 1 or 2 plays can make all the difference.
And it's a completely new group here for Philadelphia. And Embiid throws it down.
Look, I love how Simmons makes his teammates better. He's consistent at looking to get them going.
1:31 left to play here in the half. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Shamet's got 5 points now in the quarter.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Embiid, the pass to Green. Back to Embiid. Puts it up from 15. And it's Kyrie Irving with the rebound. Nets trail by 8. Jordan, and there's Jordan putting it right back in.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Now here's Simmons, and they double up Simmons. It's good. Simmons got his 3rd basket of the night.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Harris kicks to Shamet. Back to Harris. Shamet with it. He's got 5, 4 on the shot clock. Fires the 3. Rebound by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Outside Irving. Ring shot on the way. It's hauled in by the 76ers. Embiid's got his 6th rebound on the night. And the first half is now in the books. 76ers lead by 10.
Hey.
Okay, David, much appreciated. And now time for halftime. So we'll be back in just a bit.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports. And this talented 76ers team, they are loaded in their starting five. Jack, how long is that? And that should do it.
We played through the first half. Plenty of basketball, though, left in this one. We've seen Simmons really having a great game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Green in at the small forward. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Now here's Durant. Harris passes to Jordan. And the rejection by Embiid.
Stalwart on the defensive end. Embiid is superb at making his presence felt with blocks like that.
Dishes it to Green. Back to Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
Oh, the movement off the ball is good. I mean, and the pass to hit him in stride is even better.
KD passes to Jordan. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Thursday, they'll go back home and they'll be hosting the Boston Celtics. And then on Saturday, they'll be playing against Blake Griffin and the Detroit Pistons.
And it's going to be home game after home game after home game for this group. So they got a great chance to string together a number of wins given how strong they've been playing.
Simmons dishes to Harris. Outside, Green. Here's Curry. Here's Embiid. Out to Harris. Philadelphia moving the ball around. Green passes to Curry. Goes up again and off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him. Curry's got the lead up to 13 now for the 76ers. Irving passes to Harris. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
But they recover it. Embiid finds Harris. Irving against Curry. And stolen by Kyrie Irving. And they're running. Here's Harden, and the jam by Harden.
Athleticism Harden possesses is scary. I mean, he's constantly driving toward the basket for these dunks.
Curry passes to Simmons. Curry on the wing. Covered by Irving. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Terrific at penetrating inside. The mobility Simmons possesses at his size, amazing.
Jordan kicks to Irving. And Embiid with the block. And Curry with the clear path to the hoop. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
KD against Harris. Over Harris. The 15-footer. Good. Durant's got 9.
Look, that's what's crazy about this guy. Inside, deep from 3. Still, he's deadly from mid-range. Durant is as good as anyone from that part of the court.
Now here's Simmons. 10 points for him. Down low. Green left side. 5 to shoot. Rebound, Brooklyn.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. You know what? He's just stone cold right now. Really not sure if he's their best option offensively as they try to get back in this game.
Now here's Curry. 12 points for him. 52 seconds left in the third quarter. To the middle. Here's Embiid. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Embiid's got 4 points in the quarter. KD against Harris. Durant. He can't get it to go. And the 76ers go the other way with it. KD against Curry. Puts up a 3. And it's James Harden with the rebound.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And he gets it to go. And it's 7 points for DeAndre Jordan.
Well, here's the thing. Irving draws so much attention from the defense. I mean, there's always a guy left wide open.
Back to Simmons. From downtown. That shot misses. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. 76ers ahead. They lead by 13. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, it's also called making a good read, understanding where everyone is and taking full advantage. Fantastic.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the fourth quarter. So for Brooklyn now, we've got Harden. Green is out there with Luwawu. Then it's Jordan. And it's Brown in at the 2. Greg, not all drafts are the same in terms of talent. 2019 was a year to remember.
No doubt about it. I mean, transcendent talent at the top. You think of Zion and Ja, both could be future league MVPs. And the irony is that those two guys were teammates in high school. Go figure.
Yeah, go figure is right.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
And so he hits both.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
Lobbed up there for Howard. Stolen by Harden. Oh, and a fast break for the Nets. Here's Luwawu. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
There's the pass to Milton. There's the lob to the hoop.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better. Green, the pass to Jordan. And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got his 7th rebound here tonight. To the wing right side. It's stolen by Brown. One-on-one here. Harden finds Jordan. It's stolen by Milton. Scott against Green. And Howard with the stuff.
A little bit of a throwback evening for Howard. Has all of his moves working here tonight.
Nets trail by 15. It's Brown on the wing. Back to Harden. And the layup is good.
Oh, look, when the D will give it to you, that's where you want your shots coming from. Arm's length from the bucket.
Milton with it, picked up by Brown. Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Now, here's Maxey, guarded by Harden. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Harden.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Appreciate the effort, though, making his presence felt defensively.
Kyrie Irving's checked in for Luwawu. And that was a great replay we just saw of our mobile one block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Oh, just spectacular in the open floor. When Harden's coming downhill, you're at his mercy.
We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in, and he commits the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Some changes for Brooklyn. Durant comes in for Green, and Harris subbed in for Brown. Outside Jordan, pass to Harden, shoots the three. Offensive rebound.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? Curry kicks to Simmons. Back to Curry. 4 on the clock. And stolen by Jordan. In transition, here come the Nets. Here's Irving. Lays it up off the glass.
Now look, an assist like that gives Durant more hyped than any other play he makes. He loves creating an easy bucket for a teammate.
Outside for Simmons. The shot's good. And the 76ers lead by 9. 1:11 left in the fourth quarter. Simmons against Harden. Over Simmons. And it's wide right. Hits off the rim. 76ers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. And then Simmons slams it in.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the 76ers.
In the end, they had a better shooting percentage, and that's what made the difference. Sometimes, you know, things go your way. The other team wasn't catching many lucky breaks themselves.
Yeah, and Kevin, not all about luck. I thought their overall shot selection was better.
And guys, at this point in the long NBA season, this will go down as win number 25.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Joel Embiid.
The energy he played with tonight was amazing, and it paid off the most on the glass where he dominated the rebounding stats.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they want.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Philadelphia with the ball. Curry on the wing. From the arc. No good. So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. Even early on. David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up for Chris Webber.
With you. We got 32 of the best players across Xbox and PlayStation 4, and actually we got some really great games going on right this very moment.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
for the land of the...
And a good Thursday evening to you, too. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks.
David, he is showing that maturity. Thanks for that report. Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Ben Simmons is out there with Seth Curry, and it's Green in at the 3. And for the Hawks, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Clint Capella is out there with John Collins, and it's Snell in at the small forward. And Simmons slams it in.
I'm amazed at Simmons' athletic ability. He moves so fluidly for someone that size.
And here's Young. Frank, it's going to be a battle of the boards tonight. And you know what that's like. You played alongside some great rebounders.
No doubt about it. Patrick Ewing, Charles Oakley. I mean, Brian Grant, a lot of guys that earn their living wearing that hard hat.
And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Bruno Fernando's checked in for Atlanta. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Philadelphia. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Yeah, in that game, I thought they took advantage of some sloppy play, but give them credit. They turned mistakes into points.
Yeah, the last game, it felt like they were just feeding off of what they were doing defensively, forcing a lot of those turnovers, and that helps build your defensive confidence.
And the Hawks with possession. 4-point game. First quarter, just over a minute played. Here's Young. Capella trying to free himself up. Young's shot is good.
Trae Young not backing down from the physical defense on that play.
High post, Embiid. Back to Simmons. To the inside. Down low. Just 5 to shoot.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Young inside. Guarded by Curry. Herter off target from outside. The 76ers have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Simmons on the wing. And Clint Capella is going to pick up a foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Hawks making a switch here. Hill's checked in. So it's Philadelphia now. Simmons passes to Embiid. What a jam!
You knew something good was coming, Kevin, right?
And showcasing that overwhelming strength. Embiid is so skilled at finishing over the aggressive defense.
Now, here is Young. 32 points for him last game against the Magic in Orlando.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Embiid, no good. The Hawks trailing. Young looking around. And he hits it to tie the game up. Young's got 6. And Simmons has got the ball here for the Philadelphia 76ers. Victory eluded them last time in Atlanta when they faced the Hawks.
And really just a bad loss. No other way to put it. I mean, they maybe overlooked some of the bench players because those reserves got loose offensively.
And it's Young. That time on the assist from Capella. 8 points for him.
Willing to get out and run. Trae Young will take those points however he can get to them.
The 76ers have gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Simmons finds Embiid. Curry against Young. And the basket by Curry.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Now, here is Young. He's got 8. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Simmons dishes to Embiid. Shot's good by Simmons.
I admire Simmons' ability inside. That's where he's an elite finisher.
Young outside. And he lays it straight in.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
76ers trailing.
Yo, check Simmons.
Outside, Simmons. Pass to Harris. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Well, for Tobias Harris to take this step, getting away from scoring and finding teammates to become a more adept passer, that's good signs.
Now, here is Young. He's got 12. Here's Capella. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Trae Young again.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Curry on the wing. Pass to Embiid. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Here's Milton. Collins with some nice D. Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. He totaled 14. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And for the Hawks, guys, what stands out to you stats-wise?
Well, pounding the boards is one way to gain an advantage. They simply owned the glass in that first.
Well, if you get physical out there, you can control the glass, and that helps you to control the pace of the game.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's the second quarter of play. On the court for Atlanta, they've got Tony Snell. Gallinari is out there with Okongwu. And it's Rajon Rondo. And it's Herter in at the 2-guard spot. Passes it to Maxey. To the paint. Howard, the pass to Maxey. 76ers moving the ball around. A shot by Milton, no good. The Hawks leading. And now the fast break. Gallinari with the ball. Five on the clock. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And they ran that pick and roll extremely precise. The result was a good look for Gallinari.
To the left side wing. Now the pass to Maxey. Feeds it to Howard. It's stolen by Rondo. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Milton. Rob. Nice shot by Rondo. Rondo's got the lead up to 6 now for Atlanta.
How about the instincts by Herter right there, making a difference on that end?
Maxey passes to Howard. And here's Maxey. And stolen by Okongwu. Outside Rondo. Inside. Poked away. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. And it's the 76ers with the ball. The 76ers trail by 6. Korkmaz passes to Howard. Howard draws the double. Back to Korkmaz. Over Okongwu. Nice shot from the wing. Greg, if you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. That wouldn't. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Here's Rondo. Got a hand on it. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, GA. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Young's checked in for the Hawks. Philadelphia also making some changes. Embiid, he's checked in for Howard. Harris comes in for Matisse Thybulle. And it's Ben Simmons in for Maxey.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
Here's Young, and he drops it in from the low post. Young's got 16 points.
Young working hard on the defensive end that time.
And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Simmons looking it over. Embiid finds Milton. Back to Embiid. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
And the crisp passing has opened things up for them offensively.
Young outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Young's got 4 this quarter.
He's got a lot to do with the position that they're in. A very smart offensive performance tonight from him.
Korkmaz passes to Milton. Outside, Simmons. Just 5 on the clock. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And some changes here for the 76ers. Green, he's checked in for Furkan Korkmaz. And it's Seth Curry in for Shake Milton. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Pass to Herter. Goes up and lays it nice and easy. Herter's got his first basket.
Well, the more that Herter attacks like this, the more off balance the defense will become.
High post, Embiid. Back to Simmons. And Simmons slams it in.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see Trae Young was the story in the first quarter. He had 18 points, and Gallinari. Thanks for joining.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. It's been one outstanding game from Trae Young.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
Yeah, I'm thinking back to the first half and wondering, did he take a low percentage shot? Everything efficient.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. Harris and Embiid together in the middle. Curry is out there with Ben Simmons, and it's Green in at the 3 slot.
Well, Trae Young showing you variety. He can score in a lot of ways.
Pass to Simmons. He feeds it to Embiid. Good work defensively by Capella. The Hawks leading by 4. Down low. And stolen by Simmons. And now the 76ers on the break. Curry wide open, on target from 13 feet. Curry's got his second basket of the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Young outside. And the layup's good off the glass. Young's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, they own the interior right now. 10 straight points coming from inside.
Curry passes to Simmons. And Capella sends it back.
Opponents have to be careful when Capella is in the area. What an impressive display of timing.
Some changes for Philadelphia. Howard comes in for Harris. And Maxey subbed in for Ben Simmons. Clock at 6. The 76ers need to get off a shot, and they force the shot clock violation. Great team. And Philadelphia making a change here. Thybulle checked in. Atlanta leading by 4. Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Young drives in, shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Rick, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said is you can coach a lot of different ways. You can win a lot of different ways. But you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
Here's Herter. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. There's the dish to Young. The feed to Capella. And the dunk by Capella.
Someone's open. Trae Young scanning and finds him.
The 76ers trail by 6. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Embiid drives in. To the middle. And another turnover here by Philadelphia.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
Korkmaz checked in for the 76ers. Shake Milton comes in for Danny Green. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Here's Herter. Dwight Howard grabs the board.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Back to Milton. And that comes off the assist by Dwight Howard. Howard's got 3 assists now in this one.
A good decision right there from Dwight. Excellent awareness on that particular play.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Solomon Hill, he's checked in for Kevin Herter. Philadelphia also making some changes. Tobias Harris is checked in for Matisse Thybulle. And Simmons subbed in for Maxey. And Simmons kicks to Milton. Lobbed up there for Howard. .107 left here in the third quarter. Young outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. He gets it in there.
Just how awesome is it to watch the best of the best start to dominate in a game.
Outside, Simmons. There's 37 seconds left in the third. Banked in off the glass. Simmons got 12.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Passes to Fernando. Back to Young. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Young determined on that play there. The foul not keeping him from getting up the shot.
For Atlanta, they have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Simmons finds Milton. Simmons inside. And Simmons slams it in.
A hard worker who really ferociously strives to improve. Simmons tonight has been unstoppable at the offensive end.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Atlanta Hawks. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. Gallinari is out there with Collins. That's Rajon Rondo. Then it's Okongwu, and it's Snell in at the shooting guard position. So that's the Hawks 5.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Rondo with the ball. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. And Embiid has got the ball here for the 76ers. Trailing by 2. Out of bounds, Atlanta will take possession. Clint Capella, he's checked in for Atlanta. Young comes in for Rajon Rondo. And Philadelphia also making a switch. Green's checked in. Atlanta shooting 64%. Beautiful all-around play by this offense. Here's Young. Makes it off the glass. Young's got 32 points in the game.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Simmons inside. Gallinari on him. They recover it. Offensive rebound.
So weird. Sometimes when you get that much time, it can throw you off just as much as having no time.
In the corner, Collins with it. Kicks to Capella. Gallinari against Simmons. A reverse. It's hauled in by the 76ers. And Curry has it in the corner. Back to Simmons. And they double up Simmons. It drops. That's his 9th field goal of the contest. A blistering hot 9 for 11.
They can't shake Simmons. He is very used to getting hit. Even with contact, he can finish strong.
Young outside. Lays it up and banks it in. Young's got 16 here in the second half.
The threat of Trae Young, we talk so much about gravity in the NBA. It's unlocking some other scoring options. Strong take.
Back to Curry. He dishes it to Embiid. Outside for Curry. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And won't find many more games as entertaining as this one.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
The pass to Collins. It's Young on the wing. 1:53 left to play here in the fourth. Collins dishes to Capella. Atlanta needs to get off a shot here. Collins, good.
Collins not the first option, but wow, stepping up.
The 76ers trail by 4. Simmons passes to Embiid. Simmons dishes to Embiid. He gets that one. That's now 8 points for Joel Embiid.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Here's Capella. The kick out to Young. And so they choose to intentionally foul. Atlanta making some changes. Okongwu's checked in for Capella. Bruno Fernando comes in for Collins. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Tony Snell. And as it goes out of bounds, Atlanta able to keep the ball here.
A split second late, but almost came up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Shot clock at 5. Young is doubled. To the inside. Gallinari. And the rejection by Embiid.
one of the premier shot swatters in the world. The length of Embiid makes it hard to be scored on. Remember that one, guys, a difference maker.
I'm wondering, is that the biggest shot of the game?
Young outside. Now here is Harris. 41 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Yes!
And there is no back down in Joel Embiid. He is ready to rise to the occasion in the big moments.
Young outside. Count it! And tie game. That is a huge basket right there.
And this young guy relishes the pressure, stepping up there, confident in the clutch.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Now Curry. Count it!
And they've got a foul to give here if they need it.
And here's Young. Pass to Okongwu. It's off.
You know, every coach should show players game tape of how he just boxed out right there. Great job with the footwork and using his body to step to the rebound.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight.